Hello and welcome to my cards for the week. Today is Sunday, January the 10th, 2021. Now, these are the first cards I've done this year because I didn't do my cards for the week last week. And I love them. I think they're spot on. So I'm going to dive straight in. Oh, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Deborah Jane Sutton, and you can find out more about me and what I do at my website, deborahjanesutton.com. I'm going to dive straight in because the first one is the Knight of Wands. Wands is fire. Fire is transformational. Horses are positive movement forward, and look at this horse going. Just literally getting ready to go. Perfect. Now, my interpretation of knights is they're not quite the king or queen yet, but it's something that it's a journey that you're already on, but you're being taken forward in a much greater way. Because the Knight of Wands is all about big change for you. And this is obviously individually, in your reality, and in the collective. Massive change coming in. Transformational change coming in. Wands are fire, remember. Now, on an individual level, okay, this is about taking what you love doing, taking what you're good at, in whatever capacity you've done this in, whether it be as a hobby or a job or even just an idea, and running with it. That's what this card is about. Can you feel that? Can you see the energy of the horse and the knight in this card? And you're running with it, and you're taking what you're good at, you're taking what you enjoy, you're taking what you've done, what you're experienced in, but you're taking it into a whole new level. And I want to say a whole new level of consciousness, because I want to say that you're tweaking whatever you've been doing into a more heart-based direction, because that's exactly what is going on in the collective. We're taking everything that's been going on and we're taking it into a whole new direction. Now, the next card is the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords, I mean, it doesn't look very good, does it, right? The Ten of Swords typically means rock bottom, feeling rock bottom, and typically means feeling stabbed in the back. Okay, you can see that that's, the image that's portrayed here. But I want to focus on, first of all, the swords in my interpretation, because they're air. They are ideas and inspiration and beliefs. And when they're going downwards, it's negative beliefs. So it's your beliefs that are creating this feeling of being stabbed in the back and being rock bottom. Because what's going on here is so many, because these are beliefs. It's almost like we're being stabbed with our own beliefs, because our belief systems are coming crumbling down, right? And if you look in the collective, there are loads of things, loads of falsehoods, loads of things that we were manipulated and controlled to such an extent that our beliefs have been so programmed. All of our life, all of our parents' lives, I mean, really, there is no judgment here, but just acknowledgement. And also, I want to say blessing, because we're in a new year with a new level of awareness, which is taking us to new levels of consciousness. So I like to interpret this card more as being back at square one. There is an energy of being back at square one, which for some people might seem, oh, you're back at square one, but not for us now, not in this times that we're living in, okay? It's actually such a positive thing for us to be back at square one, because gone are the days where we're going to keep putting a plaster over the problems. We're bringing all the systems down and we're starting from scratch. And we're doing that on the collective, but we're also doing that individually. The collective is a reflection of the universe within each and every one of us. Please, let's keep that in mind all the time. So this is about the systems within you. So we're talking about the programming, we're talking about ego, okay, we're talking about identities that we have created for ourselves based on our programming and our ego, okay, some of which positive, divine, take it forward, fantastic, but question everything, because there are parts of us that are back at square one and we can choose to do things differently. And it links in beautifully with this, because this is basically whatever it is you're doing that you're enjoying, that's inspiring you, take it back to square one and review it with a new open mind, more importantly, a new open heart. And make sure that the way forward now is without these limiting beliefs. You're going to go forward now with life affirming beliefs, beliefs that serve you and beliefs that help you get your message out to humanity. At this crucial time of raising the vibration of the collective, we do that by raising your own vibration, by raising our own vibration, which we do by doing what we love, by enjoying this transformation, going forwards in a heart-based manner, sharing with other people. That's how we're going to move forward. But it does mean, let's come back to basics, and it does mean going back to 0 point and choosing from the heart who you want to be, what you want to do, and how you want to do it. No programming, no control, no manipulation, total sovereignty over your energy. Okay? And don't even believe me, run what I say through your heart. Run what I say through your heart. Run what everybody says through your heart, because your heart is your salvation. Okay, and it's leading perfectly to the next card, which is the sun. Because we're talking about going back to basics. We're talking about going back to 0 point. Of course we are. Because this, for me, the sun is like a rebirth. The sun is one of the most positive cards in the deck. It's a major arcanic card. I personally interpret the rays of the sun as being spiritual guidance. And you often see it, and I often talk about this actually being the dawn. There is a dawn here. So this is the dawn of the age of Aquarius. This is absolutely perfect. And leading on to the sun, there is the sun. You know, I mean, the rays of spiritual guidance cannot be more powerful. That's how I see this card. I see lots of harvest around. I love the horses because we know that horses are positive movement forward. So this is telling you that this is such a positive card. It's telling you that this movement forward, this transformation that you're on, this massive change that's happening for you on an individual level and on a collective level is resulting in rebirth. And I say rebirth because of the little baby on the horse. So it's literally, we're going back to that little child within all of us, because the little child within all of us had no fear, didn't care about anything, talked to her imaginary friends, enjoyed the creativity. You know, young children are not worried what other people think. They just enjoy the creativity of being here. And that's what it's all about. So this is perfect on the heels of this card, because when we release this programming, that's making us feel stabbed in the back, and we release all these ideas that we thought we were meant to be, who we should be, and all that stuff, it leads us to a complete rebirth. It's so exciting, it's so positive, and we get to choose, you know? And it's not a case of, oh, I'm going to pick this person. You're not going to pick from a mental point of view. You're going to choose. Your heart will tell you. It's, in a way, we are choosing, but it's your higher self choosing, not your human self, because your higher self is talking to you through your heart, remember? So when you feel excited and inspired, that's your higher self telling you, hey, that's the direction to go in, okay? And I've said this so many times, but when your heart contracts and has resistance, that's your higher self saying, no. That's not a direction for you. So although you get to choose, I want to make it clear that not the human you that is still, you know, that is still reacting to some programming or some egoic manners. It's the higher you, okay, that's talking to you through your heart. I just wanted to make that bit clear, if that makes sense. I mean, it's not like suddenly going, oh, I want to be a ballet dancer, you know. It's a case of listening to your inspiration, you know, because my higher self is telling me, read cards, Deb, not ballet dancing. But yours might be telling you ballet dance, not read cards. Anyway, you get my point. The next card, I love the next card. This is really important. And it actually follows on beautifully from this card and what I've been saying about how do you know which direction to go in. Some people might be really feeling stabbed in the back by the manipulation and the control. And some people might be identifying all the programming and really feeling, who am I? You know, and actually might be feeling, you know, inadequate because they don't know what direction they want, or they don't know what they want. And this card is coming to reassure you it doesn't matter. Okay, let's get over one thing at a time. Let's deal with the programming and just question everything. We don't have to have all of the answers. I want to make that really, really clear. That's a message coming through really, really clear, because this is a beautiful big change, but you probably can't see the end result. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It is just about allowing the programming to reveal itself, and you choosing, if something isn't serving you, you can let go of it. You don't need to know what new direction to go in order to let go of what isn't working. We're in a really kind of, it can be uncomfortable for some people. We're in a transition. And so you could well be letting go of what isn't serving you. And you might have been in the density of the 3D matrix. You know, the frequencies are so dense, quite literally, that it's almost like we're wading. It's like we're wading through the lower frequencies of fear and anger and despair and all of this, you know. So you know, you might not be able to feel tap into your inspiration at the moment. So don't worry about that, because the important thing is that you wade through that lower density and come out the other side of it, because there your inspiration will be. And there is no hurry, there is no rush. Okay, so and that's what this card is about. The Hanged Man, look at him. He's not in a hurry. He's definitely not in a rush. Okay. It's a little bit contradictory to this one, but this one's just about how big the change is and how big the transformation is. That's what this card is about. So this card is about taking your time. And what I love about this card is typically it's about non-action, right? Chilling, basically. But it is also, because see how spiritually guided he is, the rays around his head. It's about not thinking, really, and just being. And then when you let go of the thinking and you can relax and just be, that's when your inspiration is going to kick in. And you won't even have to think about it when it does, because your actions will be choiceless. When it's divine inspiration, your actions will be choiceless. And we've got lovely timing. I mean, us here on the Northern Hemisphere, we've got winter and it's really cold for a lot of places, especially here in Spain. And it's time to hibernate. You know, hibernate. When you need to take action, you will, and it will be effortless. And you can move forward with ease and grace. If you feel like the action that you're taking, you've got resistance, this card is telling you, no, don't take action. It's better to do nothing than to push. Does that make sense? It's a really important point, I think, because when you do nothing, it's a perfect time to do nothing. It really is. It's a case of being and not doing, because when you give yourself the luxury of being and not doing, all that programming just flows away, the ego flows away, all that mental chaos flows away, all that emotional trauma flows away. And you can just be, just sit and do a puzzle, read a fiction book or what have you, just, you know, spend time with friends, family, walking, whatever makes you feel good, with our furry friends, you know, whatever makes you feel good. Just enjoy being, preferably in nature if you can, and you will find that when you are inspired, action will come choicelessly. It will be no effort. And when we're in that flow, you get so much done. Okay, and that's the message with this card. And the next card is the Hierophant, which I absolutely love, and it's coming up a lot lately in private readings that I'm doing, because he's basically the teacher. I see the keys here as being the keys to your future, and basically it's a teacher card, and the message is to seek a mentor, okay, but it's also to be a mentor. And I think that's really important, because what this is about, I see this as being about And the Pablo Picasso quote that I love so much, you know, the meaning of life is to find your gift, okay? But the purpose of life is to give it away. And I think that by listening to the right inspirational information and finding the right mentors in life, they can be friends, family, it can be a paid coaching course, it could be a book that you're reading. You know, there's no official, formal, right or wrong way of anything. What it means is, when I say mentor, I mean it's about you still exploring who you are. It's about self-realization. The journey is about self-realization. But again, you don't have to sit there and make any difficult decisions, because you will naturally be inspired to read that book or talk to that person or to watch that webinar. You know, you will be naturally inspired to do that. So again, it will be choiceless. But my point is, this card is about doing that. It's about continuing your self-realization journey and continuing learning about who you really are on an energy level. Okay, we're living in a quantum universe, which follows quantum laws, you know, so it's kind of really, you don't need to be a quantum physicist, you know, as I often say, you don't need to be a car mechanic to drive a car, right? But you do want to learn to drive the car. So that's why it's about learning how to use your energy. Okay, we are energy beings, and it's about learning how to use, how your energy works. And by understanding how your energy works, you then have total sovereignty over your own energy, and you then can raise your vibration super easy and raise your level of consciousness, which is what we're doing, because your level of consciousness is going to be your new currency. That's what it's all about. It's about level of consciousness. So, and raising vibration. And if you're not sure about how to raise your vibration, everything is energy. Okay, everything, including your emotions and your thoughts, which are the most powerful, but everything is energy, of course, you know, books, people, food, ideas, you know, everything is energy. So if you want some help with how you can raise your vibration, I suggest that you download my free first book, Heal Yourself to Happiness, which is available from my website at deborahjanesutton.com, because that book is all about helping you raise your vibration and understanding how your energy works. It really is the first step. And once you've read that, and if it inspires you, just to let you know that the teachings from that first book, Heal Yourself to Happiness, I'm offering online in a 6-week online course. The next one is starting on the 21st of January. And you can check that out at the Healing Yourself page of my website at deborahjanesutton.com. But I just wanted to say that this is about learning more about who you are, but also the other message with this card is about passing on what you've learned to others. Like going back to the Pablo Picasso quote, sharing it with others. So whether you do that formally or informally, it doesn't matter. Okay, but the reason that passing it on to others is so important is, one, by actually teaching others. It's like basically teaching others, you know, but you could just call it sharing with others, or just letting other people know what served you. Okay, but by doing that, you're not only consolidating it within your own energy, which is super important, but you're obviously also having that ripple effect on humanity, which is what it's all about, to raise the collective of humanity. And the last card is the King of Pentacles. These cards are fantastic, I think, because the King of Pentacles, he's the most financially secure. Okay, so we could say that he's the Nasara Jasara of the deck, but I look at Pentacles as being abundance activity, not just money and business. As I've said before many times with business, you know, if your business is making you lots and lots of money, it's considered to be a success, regardless of whether you're happy, healthy, or in love. So we're moving away from that focus on money and into abundance, okay, whereby health, happiness, and being in love with life are the most important parts. The financial security comes along with that. It's all part and parcel of the abundance. But you can't be abundant without being happy and healthy as well. That's the whole point. And we're moving into this. And what I love about this is there's something so collective about this, because we're looking at sharing our gifts and skills. And I think I've said this before about, we've been programmed to be so independent and not need people, but it doesn't work like that, because we all have divine gifts and strengths. And we all have characteristics that we came here to experience and share with others. And we literally complement each other. We literally do. So we're all source energy. We're all divine love and compassion, but we are so unique in the way that we share that. I read for so many people. I get really quite passionate about this, because I can visualize the communities that we are creating. And we need you all together, doing what you love and doing what you enjoy and doing what you're good at, because what you're good at is what the next person needs, and what the next person is good at is what we need. And that's what this is about, because this is about abundance for everybody. So it's more of a prosperity card than a financial one, because money is very 3D, right? But obviously it's because often with money, what is it that we want money for? I know people are going to say to pay the bills and everything. I get that. But really, loads of money in the bank, that doesn't actually, the only thing that creates is security within you. It's a feeling of security within you. It's a feeling of freedom within you. That's what you're craving. You want the security and the freedom. Okay? And it's a feeling. And we create our reality through the frequency of our feeling. Okay, so if you can create that abundant feeling within you, then that's the reality you're going to create. And the affirmation that I love, I've said it before, I'll say it again: galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. Galore, galore, I have everything I need and more. If you can relax your body and really feel the energy of those words, you will feel every cell of your body expanding with the energy of abundance. And it's that frequency within the cells of your body that is going to be reflected back to you in your reality. That's part of the quantum universe laws, okay? And that has nothing to do with your bank account. Okay, so, and we know you can have a millionaire who's lost half of his money and he feels awful and down and out, and he's got $500,000 in there, and somebody else might have 200 euros and feel like, wow, I can feed my family, I can buy an item of clothing, I can fill my car. It's how you feel. It's not about the money in your bank account. It's how you feel about the money in your bank account. And I was reading for a beautiful, beautiful soul last week, and she summed it up, because she's making these big changes. And she said to me that she was experiencing a short-term loss for a long-term gain. And I think that sums up this card. So absolutely fantastic. Massive changes going on, your life individually as well as the collective, of course. Loads of programming to get rid of. It is a case of going back to square one, okay? Realizing that you can create from scratch, okay? Because literally reborn, the most positive card in the deck, going into a new direction, heart-based, but taking what we're already good at and what we're already enjoying. That was the message with that one as well. If you don't know what direction to go in, it doesn't matter. Don't judge yourself, don't fret, don't be anxious, just be. I want to say do nothing, do nothing. I think it's time to just do nothing. Being, okay? So this is about being, because when you do that, you open yourself up to the incoming inspiration, and that incoming inspiration will move you forward without you even having to think about it. So this is about continuing to learn about your own energy, your own sovereignty, how you can use your own energy to raise your vibration and expand your consciousness, and about sharing that with others in whichever way you do that, because we're all so unique. So you could be sharing that through your artwork, it could be sharing that through your yoga classes, or you could literally be sharing a video that inspired you, and then you're sharing that with someone else. right? It doesn't have to be formal, but it is about passing on what you've learned. And this is about the collective abundance that's coming by us working together, collaborating, and creating these beautiful communities. And this is a new way of living and giving. I want to leave it at that. New ways of living and giving. It's perfect. It's perfect. So if you would like to have a private reading, then please get in touch. And just to remind you of my online course starting on the 21st of January, Heal Yourself to Happiness online course, where you can learn to muscle test and sway test yourself, so that you can tune into your subconscious and release trapped emotions and limiting beliefs, which are very fourth dimensional. So transcending the fourth dimension is all about mastering your emotions and mastering your beliefs and your thoughts, and taking you into a higher 5D frequency to create heaven on earth. And so that course is a 6-week course starting on the 21st of January. You can find out more about it by going to my Healing Yourself page of my website at deborahjanesutton.com. Actually, I will put the link in below. So that's it for now. I look forward to seeing you all next week. Lots of love and blessings and kisses and joy and peace and harmony and all good things for you all. Bye for now.